Oh, hello, we are Group 25. My name is Godfred Fiave, and I'm with my fellow colleagues.
For Keith Tobin Jr.
Julius Akodiado.
Isaac Dakwa.
Okay, so today we are going to show how to speed up Ghana's MTTU traffic control project, CAT, and then CAT errors, and then also make roads safer. So right now, when TrafTech, the software we are trying to work on, flags. So Traffic Tech is actually a software used by the Ghana's MTTU for controlling traffic on our roads. So when it flags a violation, staff must check it by hand, and that takes 8 minutes average daily check-in, and then 15% error rate on manual verifications. Data sharing also takes 24 to 48 hours. So sharing data with the DVLA or NRSA can take a full day or two, and this slows down patrol officers and then also delays enforcements. So on slide 3, we are going to talk about our three-step solution to solve the problems faced by the MTTU. So we are going to use RPA for alert. So it's basically a software that filters false positives. And then we have shared data hub. So it's basically a platform where MTTU, DVLA, and then NRSA can access data simultaneously. And then we also try to simplify the process to access the platform, and then try as much as possible to train the officers or all the people who are going to be on the roads to make sure the traffic or cars flow through our road safely. So the first step is the RPA for alerts. So we are going to deploy a small software, basically a bot alongside Traffic Tech. And it will auto filter 80% of false alerts in under 1 minute, and then which like helps in making decisions faster. And then also it cuts staff check time from 8 minutes to 3 minutes. So initially, staffs take about 8 minutes to make decisions like flag violations and all that. But with the RPA, all of that time will be cut to just 3 minutes. So yeah, we can see how efficient that is going to be. Then for the shared data hub, so one problem faced by the MTTU is that they don't, they can't access data simultaneously or at the same time on maybe an all-in-one platform. So with the shared data hub, is going to come up with a cloud-based platform where MTTU, DVLA, and RSA will be able to access all the data that they need in at the same time. And then there will be live updates, incidents, fines, driver info, and all that. So this basically reduces data sharing lag from 48 hours to 12 hours, making their work more efficient. So step 3 is to simplify and then train. So basically remove duplicate steps in verification. Anytime like we are trying to verify calls or anything, we are going to take away like a lot of steps, like just use very minimum steps, which like makes decisions faster. And then you also so you also organize hands-on workshops for the control room staffs. So we will get them to come and then we will teach them how to use the platform and all that. And then so that will boost the efficiency by 20 to 30 percent. So these are the expected impact our platform is going to make. So before our platform, the alert check time is 8 minutes. And if we are able to implement our platform, the alert check time will be 4 minutes. And then the error rate will reduce from 50% to just 5%. And then for data lags, it's going to reduce from 48 to 24 hours. That was before. So after we are able to implement our platform, that is going to go like be less than 12 hours. And then maybe officer good rating. So in traffic tech, most of the officers weren't able to did not give a good rating to the platform. It's because it normally lags, and then it takes time to verify violations and all that. So with our platform, after the implementation and then maybe execution, we are going to see a very good rating, probably more than 80%. So this the roadmap and then timeline we are proposing to get it done. So the planning is going to take month 1, then the RPA pilot month 2. So month 3 to month 4 is when you are going to develop the data live app, and then the training of the officers is going to be done in month 5, and then in month 6 we'll go live and then start monitoring the daily workflows. So if you have any questions, you can ask. So we end it here.
Okay. So if I actually heard you well, you clearly said with the roadmap, it will take about 6 months to have the work done, right? Yeah. So how did you determine that the manual alert verification is the main bottleneck in the system?
So I'll leave that
how
to my colleague Isaac Dakwa to. Sorry.
After we went, we realized that the field officers had to review the videos. So around 8 a.m., they have to play back the video to 8 a.m. and then have to go through the whole thing, and it takes a lot of time. So if the solution to that come up with the bots will flag and keep the time frame so that you don't have to play the whole video that's on the CCTV and to so the bot will actually make it easier to know where infractions happened during the day.
Okay. So the training, you said they are going to have the officers go through some training process, which will take about a month. Can you give me a practical example of how the training of the staffs will be like?
We will create incidents. We will set up the software and all that, and we'll create incidents and create that scenario where a law will be broken, and then we will teach them on how to notice when the flagging came from the bot, because the bot will actually flag in and write down. The bot will flag, and then so that is up to the person that's behind the system to just go through the database where the flagging was saved at. So the software just save the flagging, and then the person will have to just click on it, review it. Sometimes the bot has been made to automatically, since it's determine whether the person actually broke the law. And then since the MTTU and the others are all on board, they will know what fines to give, how to get them to pay those fines. So just running them through the system on how to engage. That's all.
Yes.
Next question. So, should in case there be a data breach, how quickly will the system be able to isolate and contain the impact?
Okay. So the system is cloud-based, actually. The system is cloud-based. And then so we would enforce using cloud-based security strategies to keep outsiders from intruding. And also we would have people, that is the workers and the staff of the entity, you will have them log in with unique codes every time, so nobody can break through the system, and it to be regular. And in the case of a breach, like how you are saying, we have a way of isolating the numbers that are not in the system. Since we generate the codes, we know which codes or which IDs are not allowed in the system. Isolate them out, isolate them out, and then block that breach. Then we are safe to go.
Okay. And how was the collaboration with the DVLA, okay, during the research phase?
During the research phase, they were very much on board because they realized that if this system comes on board, they will have everybody, mostly like most people, because if for instance you flout the law like this and your license or your registration number is flagged and it shows that you don't have your license paid, it can help in locating where you are, and then they can come and then get their money. So they were very much on board, and they assured us that they were going to get us the registration numbers and license numbers as to make the whole database smooth. So if all the numbers are on the database and it's in the system, when you run a red light, for instance, the system will just flag your ID, your how do you call it, your license number, your car number, and then we'll get your license number from that, and then we can issue the payments to the number that's what was registered with that license. So that cost will be on that account. So they were very much on board, knowing the financial benefits they're going to get.
Okay.
So as you actually discussed and took me through the whole process, I saw that with most of the ideas, they actually had other alternatives. Were there any kind of disagreements between you and your team when you guys were trying to come together and then decide on what to do in particular? Did you guys face any incident as such?
There was no incident as such, as we had already made out clear statements on what we wanted to achieve with this whole thing, and we also made sure that we all understood that we had to make room for changes, room for surprises. That in the case something springs up on us, we don't panic and we know how to solve issues. We've worked together for some time, and then we know how to go through these things. And so we didn't have any issue at all. We were very much abreast with what was happening.
Okay. So listening to the conceptual parts of your project, as you haven't started the main idea as in putting it into practice, but then you have the program outlined now. I see it to be a very nice idea, since they would be able to control the traffic in town lately. With the MTTU, sometimes the human is not really positive. One side of the road can be going for about 5 minutes, and the other one will go for about 3 minutes, which isn't fair. But with the live system, as you are saying, they can have a live broadcast, and then the database, that's very nice. I guess you guys are doing a great job, and then we really appreciate. Yes, of course, we are in support of it.
All right. Yeah, we are very grateful, and we promise to give us the best.
I would want to thank you and your team for actually coming up. I would want to thank you and your team for actually coming up with this great idea, and then the nice job you guys are doing. I wish you all the best, and thank you for your time as well.
All right, thank you too, and we promise to deliver the best to you to help solve these issues.
All right, sure.
Go for it, Cordo.